Welcome back everyone, Christian Smith here. Today is going to be an adventure because I'm actually moving from Michigan to Oklahoma, and God has led in so many steps to make that move. So I want to share the story with you. A proverb that comes to mind that we should all keep in mind is Proverbs 16:9. It says, "A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps." And so any decision that we have to make, anything that is before us, we should seek God to see what His will is. And so in this journey, I will let you know more of the details of how God has led in this move and what is to come and the next steps moving forward. So let's hit the road. About 3 hours into the trip, and the closer I'm getting to Oklahoma, the more I'm reminded that day by day we just really need to seek to be in the center of God's will. It's been so exciting to see how God has opened up all the doors to go to Oklahoma for full-time ministry. Just a few years ago I was an atheist, never would have imagined that I would be moving to a different state to be in full-time ministry. But God has made it so clear, and I'll talk more about that a little bit later. But for each of us, every day we should seek God's will, because His plans for us are so much greater than we can ever imagine. So I've got about 5 hours to the hotel, and we'll see what comes up as we continue down the road. Whew. All right. 9 hours of driving later, and I'm in Springfield, Missouri. Let's focus this in here. There we go. I'm in Springfield, Missouri, and tomorrow we're gonna hit it again and make it all the way to Oklahoma. First to Tulsa, where I'll be working, and then to Ardmore, where my fiance is, to finally see her after a couple of weeks we've been apart. And so tonight we're gonna get some rest and hit it again in the morning. Alright, so we're back on the road, and sometimes God changes the plans in our life of what we think is the best path, but He knows the end from the beginning, and so He ultimately knows what's best for us. And that happened with me on this trip to Oklahoma. Before I took the job to Oklahoma, I actually had interviewed and applied at another state, and it was going really well. The people on that side as well as my side all believed that I was going to get that job. And so I was really surprised actually when it fell through. And in those times there are times where things fall through, and we need to just be seeking God and see where He's leading. What was amazing is after that, my fiance actually got an internship in Oklahoma, and about a month later I interviewed with 16 different states, and the one that connected the best was also in Oklahoma. And so before I even had an idea that my fiance was going to be working in Oklahoma, God knew that. And so He set everything up and lined everything up perfectly that we both got our jobs at separate times in the same state. And so again, every day we just need to seek to be in the center of God's will, and as He knows the end from the beginning, He can help us know where we need to be and how we can be most effective for Him. So we're going to continue down the road, and we'll be in Oklahoma here pretty soon. Alright, made it to Ardmore and to see my lovely fiance. It's been a long trip, and you had a long trip yourself a couple weeks ago, didn't you?
Yes, like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen each other since 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's been a while, so it's a huge blessing. And as we've been talking on the trip, it's so important that we seek God's will in every part of our life on a daily basis, and that when we're in the center of His will, it brings safety to us. And kind of like this. What is this?
This is actually a tornado shelter.
A tornado shelter?
Yes. Actually, there might even be another one right
There's
here.
two tornadoes.
This is the there's a crawl space right here probably. But yeah, this is the tornado shelter.
Ah.
So just you can go in here. There's a light. Yeah, you have to pull the light string. But yeah, then sit in there until the tornado goes by. And you usually want to have a radio so that you know where it's at, and possibly a map that tells you all the counties around the area, because the radio will talk about the counties, and you need to know, okay, well, are the counties near me or not?
Yeah. So tornadoes are an issue here. That's why they have these tornado shelters. But life is intense, and so when we have God in the center and His will is what we're playing out in our life, then He'll keep us safe the same, or even more so than this will. So we'll see you guys in the next video.